Hello, this is James, for the third time today. I thought it would be helpful if I went through the Espa Roba, the new character that we just got from the Espa Roba Carnival event. You have to reach 27,000 points in the event to receive him. So I wanted to go through and talk about his skills, talk about his card rewards, and whether or not you should level up this character. So the first interesting thing at level 4, Psychic Vision, blah blah blah. You see your opponent's hand until the end of your first turn. So probably if you go first, it's until the end of the first turn. If you go second, it's until the end of the second turn. Your starting hand will be reduced by 1 card. That's a big hit. While this skill is active, you will not be able to view the details, and your opponent will not be able to use card effects to reveal cards in the hand that require cards in the hand to be revealed to activate or resolve. What do I immediately think of? Spellbooks. So I want to say this is kind of like a cheap version of the sealed tomb. If you want to have something that plays against spellbooks, you can use this, because spellbooks, they always have to reveal spellbooks from their hand in order to do their searches and stuff. But with Psychic Vision, prevents that until the end of the first turn and lets you set up a board without them just fading everything all the time. So, but you know, as soon as I run skills against spellbooks, I stop seeing them. So, that's moderately interesting, but it is only his level 4 skill. What do we have? We have Mesmeric Control. During your opponent's next turn, after you activate this card, your opponent cannot change the value positions of monsters except with a card effect. Okay, what is this? Amplifier. So this lets you, what is this? As long as this card is equipped, effects of trap cards controlled by the equipped monster's controller are not negated by the effects of the equipped monster. When this card is removed from the field, the equipped monster is destroyed. This card's activation effect cannot be negated by another card. So you put this on your Jinzo, and you can use your traps, but your opponent can econ take, and then they can use their traps, but you can't use their traps. So that's an interesting card for just a level 10. Jinzo number 7, nobody uses. Draw Sense Dark, not exciting. Ooh, we get Jinzo Returners, so we get a bunch of Jinzo Returners. So at level 14, this card can attack your opponent directly. When this card is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Jinzo from the graveyard. Destroy it during your end phase. So, you know, we'll have to level him up and make some sort of Jinzo deck. And I think that Jinzo, he'd be a good candidate for, like, the level up monsters. You go through the phases, like, useless to, like, weird to... And then there's, like, 3 more Jinzos in the game. Including Jinzo Lord. So you get 3 of these. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Cannot be special summoned except by tributing a Jinzo. Now, it doesn't say a Jinzo monster. It just says Jinzo, so I think it has to be Espa Roba's, you know, the one and only Jinzo that we get from the structure deck, and not something like Jinzo number 7, because otherwise this would be way too good. Jinzo, Lord of Belts. Here we have skill, Psychic Onslaught at level 20. I don't have this yet, but I have the text. It's, okay, so this is the one, at the beginning of the duel, add 1 or 2 Jinzo to your deck and shuffle it. So everybody's going to want this. And I'm going to level up Espa Roba as soon as possible. Obviously, you want to use Psychic Onslaught with Psychic Shockwave so that you can special summon all of those fancy Jinzos. Okay, another Jinzo Returner. Can attack directly. When this card is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon a Jinzo temporarily. Quarantine at level 23. Once per turn, during the end phase, you can target 1 set spell trap card your opponent controls, reveal it, then return it to its original position. Alright, so that just like lets you see what your opponent's back row is. Maybe, yeah, probably not. I mean, you play the game enough, you start to just know what the back row is. Okay, another Lord of Belts. So this has the again Jinzo. This has the same negate as Jinzo, and then he can destroy all face-up trap cards. I don't think that's going to come up so much. Inflict 300 damage to your opponent for each card destroyed. So that's the second one of those. Bunch of gems, bunch of gold. Level 33, we get our second amplifier. This lets Jinzo block the opponent's traps, but not yours. I think it's the third returner. Okay, another quarantine. But like with all the but see, with the Jinzos, I'm just gonna stand this in for the original Jinzo. You'll need quarantine, I guess, right? Because, well, I guess if you're worried about spells. But Jinzos just block traps. So if Jinzo's on the field, then traps just can't be activated. So anyway, so you get 3 Jinzo Lords of Belts, and for level 45, for Espa Roba's highest Tau, not a Jinzo, but a Jinzo Jector. So this card's name becomes Jinzo while on the field or in the graveyard. You contribute this card, add 1 Jinzo monster. See, there's that monster. So any monster that says Jinzo. Bring your deck to your hand, except Jinzo Jector, then reveal all set cards in your opponent's spell and trap zones. And if there are trap cards among them, you can special summon Jinzo monsters from your hand up to the number of trap cards revealed. Okay, so this is like a beta the Magnet Warrior. He gets the party going. You definitely want this guy. And since he becomes Jinzo, you can tribute him for Jinzo Lord of Belts. So with Jinzo Jector, the Jinzo that you're given, and then if you get 2 Jinzos from Psychic Onslaught at level 20, that's potentially 4 Jinzos that can be tributed for the Lord of Belts. And then finally, let's go over his drop skills if you want to start grinding him in casual duels. So one of his drop skills. So these are from the leaks. So it's not 100%, but the leaks have been pretty good about this kind of thing. So Mesmeric Control. Select 1 monster on your opponent's side of the field. That monster loses 800 attack and cannot attack until the end of your opponent's next turn. This skill can only be used once per duel. This is kind of good for killing momentum, Mesmeric Control, but only against decks that get out like a boss monster, like you know, like a Dakini. If you can stall a Dakini for a turn, that's pretty good. All right, Trap Search, another drop skill, can be used when you control a monster whose original name is Jinzo. So it's Jinzo in quotation marks again. I don't think Jector counts because his original name is not Jinzo. It has to be the Jinzo. Destroy all trap cards your opponent controls. This skill can only be used once per duel. Destroy all, and it says Trap Search, so I don't know, face up or face down. That actually doesn't sound very exciting, because if you have Jinzo on the field, you don't need to destroy the traps. They just, like, you're actually doing your opponent a favor by clearing his back row. And finally, okay, so there's 2. One is Cosmic Enlightenment, for which we have text, and the second is Cyber Energy Amplified, for which we do not. Alright, so Cosmic Enlightenment can be used each time your life points decrease by 1800. In the draw phase, instead of doing a normal draw a random Psychic type or Jinzo monster. And Jinzos are machines, so it's random Psychic type or random Jinzo. That's actually not great, because you're probably going to want to run your Lord of Belts in your Jinzo deck. Or you know what, actually maybe not. Yeah, because his attack is the same, and then his, yeah, so anyway, you'll get to, but you're probably going to use your Jinzo returners. And that's probably pretty good. You get to definitely draw one of your Jinzos, but and then finally, Cyber Energy Amplified, and I think that what that sounds like to me is you get to play Amplifier on one of your monsters. Again, it doesn't say that, but that's my sense based on the name, is that you get to play Amplifier on, you know, an appropriate target if your life points decrease by a certain amount. That would be my guess. Would I grind for those drop skills? Probably not. Probably just get the best thing is getting your whole Jinzo party going with Psychic Onslaught, and then, you know, I want to try out the Lord of Belts. So yeah, I'm gonna grind up some Espa Roba. You know, hopefully maybe I can kill two Jinzos with one spell card, with 1 Super Rush. Yes, kill 2 Jinzos with 1 Super Rush, and put him into the Duel Carnival, playing Walls of Daddy against the Hazy decks. So Alright, so this is going to be my final video for today. Review of Espa Roba. Thank you for watching.